Hi everybody, it's Mrs. Kelly here, and I am going to show you a little bit about Sphero robots. So now that your parade float is ready to go, we are going to use these robots to get our float to move down their route. So I'm going to turn my camera. Okay, so you'll be using Mrs. Dinkle's MacBooks, but it will look a whole lot like this. You will create a program, and then you will want to click block and then Sphero bolt. We do not have the bolt plus, just the bolt. So if the bolt plus is clicked, you will want to unclick it and click the bolt. Then you will click create, and it will take you into your program. It will be a blank space like this that has all these really fun buttons. Now I'm going to show you how to connect to your robot. All right, so when you get the robot out of the case, it will look like this. When it is not connected, there are no lights or anything turned on. To connect to your robot, you will go up to the top right corner and click connect. Okay, now it is kind of hard to see, but on your robot, you will see a little face like this, the little Sphero face, and then right underneath, you'll see those gray letters that say SB42CA. Now, every robot has different letters and numbers, but that is the name of the one I have out, so now I'm gonna look for that on my list. If I didn't see it, I could always scroll down and look for the others, but I see mine right up here at the top. So I'm going to click that one, and then I'm going to wait for it to connect. I know it connects when my Sphero lights up. Okay, so it says connected, my Sphero is lit up, and I should be good to start coding. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on coding this Sphero to go down the runway. So if I want my Sphero to go straight, well, first let me move this movement block straight up, and I want to make sure it is connected to that top black block, because that means that when I hit the start button, anything connected here is going to run the program. All right, so if I want it to go straight, I'm going to have it at 0 degrees, which it already is, and then I do need to choose a speed. Now, we don't want it to go too fast because then we can't control it very well, and we don't want our parade floats to blow off. So I'm going to set it for maybe 30. And you can do some guess and check to play around, experiment, and see how fast you want yours to go. But I really would recommend making sure it doesn't go too fast. All right, so now I have the speed, and then I'm going to try maybe having it go straight at 30 speed for 3 seconds. Okay, so now what I want to do before I test it out, because I might need to adjust the amount of time, make it shorter or less, I'm going to first aim my Sphero. Okay, so I'm going to make sure you saw that right up here where it says aim. I'm going to touch that button, and then you will notice on your Sphero a blue light will light up. The blue light is the back of the Sphero. So that means right now my Sphero is facing this way because the back of it is right here. Well, I want my Sphero to go straight this way, so I need to aim it. On your MacBooks, you can use the mouse pad or the keypad to do the left or right arrows to move it, or you can adjust it using the little wheel. I'm gonna use the wheel, and now the blue light is facing back here, so I know it's going to go that way. All right, when I start program, let's see what it does. All right, so what I did was I actually moved my speed up a little bit to 56, and that for some reason worked and got it to go. So you might just, if it's not rolling, you might have to try a different speed to see if that makes a difference. For some reason, it shouldn't, but in this case it worked. So now I'm gonna click start. And now it goes down and stops right there. So actually my timing is perfect on how long I wanted it to go. But let's say that it went too far or didn't go far enough. I could come here and I could adjust that time just by clicking on it again. And then I could put in the amount of time. I could backspace and do 4 seconds, maybe 2 seconds, but 3 is actually good for right now. So now I need my Sphero to make a turn. So I want it to, when it gets to that end, I want it to turn and go right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here to my controls, and there is a block that says delay. This is going to make my Sphero stop moving and turn, which is going to give me that really exact turn. All right, so I'm going to set a delay for 1 second. I want it to make a 1 second pause. And then I'm going to come down here back to movements, and I'm going to bring up my next movement block. Now, I want it to make a 90-degree turn, which means it's going to turn right. So right here, I'm going to put in 90 degrees. Now I could either use the arrow to make it 90, or I could click on it and type in 90, either way. So 90 degrees, which means it turns and goes right. I noticed that this line is a little bit longer. So I'm going to maybe make it 4 seconds, 1 second longer. I want to keep my speed the same, because if I change speeds, then it's going to throw off all of my timing. All right, so once I start again, before I start running my code, every single time I bring it back here, I need to re-aim it. Okay, now it is still aimed pretty good. I'm going to adjust it just a little bit to make sure it's going absolutely straight. Okay, remember the blue is the back. And now I'm going to click start, and we'll see what it does. Notice it pauses, and then it turns right and rolls all the way down. Now, that was pretty close to the end, but I could come back here and adjust the time if I wanted to, just by a little bit, and see what it does. But that is how you are going to code your Spheros. Good luck.